What's up, guys? My name is James from Backroad Bike Adventures. This is my new to me 2024 Yamaha Tenere 700. I'm going to give you my first impressions before this actually goes on some real adventures. Am I a year late to the party? Yes. Now, I'm not going to go over all the specs, the nitty-gritty stuff of the bike there. There's lots of videos about that, or you can just Google search it. I'm going to give you guys my honest impression of it for a real rider, someone who actually bought it with their own money, because that makes a huge difference rather than just people going out there test riding it and giving you their opinion. When you actually spend the money on it, you get a little bit of a different review. So here we go, let's dive right into it. Now, just for reference for you guys, I am coming from a Honda Africa Twin and I'm moving down to the 700 here. If you hear me talking about weight or anything like that, that's what I'm comparing it to. Some of you guys think that this bike is super heavy. To me, coming from the Africa Twin, being almost 100 pounds lighter, this thing feels like a dirt bike to me. All right, that's where I'm coming from with that. Whoa. Now they have this updated dash, and compared to the older versions, this is night and day way better. You can actually see it. The sun's hitting it. Oh Jesus, that was a snake. Hold up. Woo. All right, this right here is a snake. Let's see if we can catch it. Crikey, he's mad. There is a ton of bikes out there that you can choose from, right? There's KTM, there's Suzuki, there's Yamaha, there's Honda. CF Moto is making a big name for themselves. Kove. If you haven't checked out my Kove video, take a look, because there's some pretty wicked machines as well. One of the biggest reasons why I ended up going with the T7 out of all the other ones is the reliability, right? Now, just kind of like the Honda, they got the Honda name. They're known to be reliable. The Yamaha Teneres as well are one of the most reliable adventure bikes that there is. And when you're out in the middle of nowhere, absolute nowhere, you want a machine that isn't going to break down on you. The simplicity on this bike is pretty ideal. It doesn't have fancy ride modes. It does have ABS, front and rear, but I think that's probably kind of a mandatory thing by now. But in terms of features, bells and whistles, it's pretty generic, and that's what I absolutely love about it. When it comes to working on the bike, what I found was this thing is incredibly easy. All right, the air filter lives under the seat. Perfect, super easy. Get the key in there, pop the seat open, you're good to go. The battery also lives under the seat. You're putting it away for winter. Take the battery out, super easy. You're not taking a whole bunch of fairings off or anything like that. Right, service intervals for these two, I'm going to be doing it about 5,000 kilometers, just like my Honda. Easy peasy. The simplicity factor of this thing is a huge benefit. Now, I know a lot of other guys, yeah, you like your bells and whistles and ride modes and stuff, and to be honest with you, I haven't actually ridden a bike with different ride modes, and I'm afraid to, because I'm afraid that I actually really like it. So I'm keeping it simple and went with this. Now, this bike also did come up on a screaming deal, so that's why I jumped at the opportunity. Wasn't actually looking for a bike at the time. All of a sudden came home with one, so there's the story. A couple other things that I love about it is when you're actually out here, it feels so nimble, right? It feels like you can do anything, almost anything. I guess it depends on your skills. Now, you can get the World Raid version, which has better suspension, bigger fuel tank, so you can go a little bit longer distance, which, yeah, if you had all the money in the world and you could find one, that would be pretty ideal. For me, this opportunity, look at this. Look at all the people camping down there. This is pretty. Oh, sorry, I'm like a squirrel, you know? I don't know what I was saying now.
20 minutes later.
With any bike, you're going to have some positives and some negatives. So some of the negatives I don't like about this bike is it's still on the top heavy side. So it's still going to be a little bit of a challenge to pick this thing up when you drop it, especially if you're on an uphill. Then you're grunting. So hopefully you got a buddy with you or you're pretty fit. Another downside is this stupid ABS button right there. They put it there, but it's like they purposely didn't set it up properly. You know what I mean? You can turn your front and rear ABS off when you're kind of out in the dirt like this. And when you hop back on the road, you can push it off and then, or sorry, push it on, and then your ABS is working again. So yes, I get that safety feature. Boom, they nailed it. But you shut your bike off, right? ABS is off right now. You turn your key off, turn it back on. It's lost that memory, and the ABS is back on. Now, to go back in, I'll show you real quick. To go back in, we got the menu dial here, right? Push and hold. Comes up. All right, ABS mode. Okay. Scroll down, off-road. Click it once. Hold again. Now it's off. That's friggin' frustrating, to be honest with you. You're going in some technical stuff. You drop the bike, you turn your key off, you kind of take a minute break, you know. You don't want to have to go through that again. Now, I've looked into it, and there is a company out there, I think in Europe, that's made this little module bypass type of thing. So that ABS button functions as it should. You push it on, ABS goes on. You push it on again, ABS goes off. You turn your key off, the memory is still there. That's how it should function. And now I get it. It's probably the whole liability issue. That's why they didn't go that route. And there is something that someone's made, so I think it is a couple $100. So I'll have to take a look at my piggy bank and see if I can afford it. But after all my recent purchases, the bike and gear and the Moscow Moto bags, if you haven't watched the video, take a look. Yeah, I can't be spending much money the rest of this riding season. But at least I know there isn't. Oh, did you guys see that? That was my phone. Wow. Caught it. So at least I know there's an option, which is nice. Now I know a lot of you are going to say right away that the suspension kind of sucks for this thing. Just riding in this stuff right now, it's, I don't know. Again, I'm not a pro rider, pro racer, anything like that. It feels pretty solid. Now, will I in the future maybe upgrade the fork springs or something like that, something along those lines? Yeah, more than likely. Again, that comes back to the whole money thing. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, we'll see. Kind of upgrade the suspension a little bit. I know I did that with the Africa Twin, the front springs, and that was night and day what it made a difference, right? It actually made you feel like you could go do some of these things. The rebound on the spring was unbelievable. It just popped you right back up. I'm sure if I did a suspension upgrade to the T7 here, it would be magical. Other than those nitpicky things, that ABS thing really pisses me off, to be honest with you. Other than that, there's not much else to kind of be upset with. When you buy these bikes, you have to realize that what you're getting is a reliable adventure machine that can take you to some, oh my god, why is there so many people? Gonna take you to some pretty wicked places, and you can have a smile on your face when you do it as well. After the rest of this riding season, and maybe next year, maybe I'll come up with a few other issues that I'm gonna find, but as of right now, things are feeling good. It's a new bike. It's pretty much a new bike. I got it with 6,000 kilometers on it. That's it. So this thing it's fun. It's a fun bike. Oh, we got some buddies here. Merv. Oh, hello. And again, yes, there's a lot more bikes out there, faster, stronger, more capable, lighter, whatever you want to do. I get caught up with the whole issue of people saying, oh, this is the best bike, that's a shitty bike, this is a great bike. You know, it's at the bare bones end of the day, if your bike is taking you to some cool places like this, and you're actually getting out on it and riding and having fun while doing it, it doesn't matter about the rest of the noise. That's the bike, right? I get it, as humans, we kind of like to compare. It's just human nature. I get it. So after this video wraps up, I'm gonna be heading out to Sugar Lake, and there's a route there that takes you up the mountain. And I watched a little YouTube video of it. It looks technical. There's a scale of difficulty rating on it, so basically 1 to 6, I believe. This is a 4. Now, I'm not the best rider in the world. I'll give you that. I think I'm okay. Like I'm about average to below average. That's what she said. And wait a second, no. And I'm gonna tackle it. I'm gonna see what this thing can do. I got it all protected. Thank you, Camel ADV. So if I do end up dropping this bike, at least I'm not gonna destroy it. Kind of first run out. So that's kind of my first impressions of the bike, first thoughts, what have you, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty excited for this bike. If I haven't stated that already, this bike is going to be pretty fun, pretty friggin' amazing actually. As always, ride safe, stay dirty.